Guys, welcome back. So today we are going to go over 8 handbags that I am glad that I did not buy. These are kind of a mixture of things. Like some of these were on my wish list, some of these I was tempted by in person, online, some of these I've spoken about, some of these I have not. But basically, when it comes down to it, at some point I wanted to buy all 8 of these bags and I didn't. And I'm happy about that. Now, obviously, before I start talking about them, please keep in mind that if you have any of these bags, if you want any of these bags, if they're on your wish list, if any of that is true, don't take this as me saying that these bags are bad or these bags suck or there's something wrong with them or you shouldn't have them or you shouldn't want them. Honestly, you should definitely keep doing exactly what you're doing. Keep living your life exactly how you're living it. If I had these bags at some point or probably already up until this point, they would have been sold. They would have been out of my collection, especially since you guys may or may not know I did a pretty large purging of my closet recently. That's why there are so many unboxings to come, because a lot went out, but a lot is also coming in. So if you guys want to see the 8 bags, and I'm sure that there are more, by the way, but these are just the 8 that came to me. They came to me. If you guys want to see the 8 bags that I am glad that I did not buy, then please just keep on watching. But wait, you already know what I'm going to say. If you're not already subscribed, explain yourself. I post whenever I can, as much as possible, whenever I actually have the chance to film and edit a video. And I feel like you're going to be here when I do. If you like luxury, you like handbags, you like fashion, you like not buying things and being happy about them, I feel like this is definitely where you're going to be. So subscribe if you're not already, and you should follow me over on Instagram if you're not already. It's just a Key Danger. I post every single day over there on stories. Okay, yes, I have been more consistent in my life than I am right now, but I am trying. My stories always have something, okay? But with all that out of the way, let's jump into the video. So let's start off with a bag that always stands out to me. Like when I think of my past wish list, when I think of all the bags that I've wanted in my life, for some reason, this one is just like the top of the list. And that is the Fendi and Joshua Vides baguettes. Now, there were 2, or maybe even more than 2. Actually, there were definitely more than 2. There were definitely more than 2 baguettes that came out with the Joshua Vides collection, like years. I think it was like 2020 or maybe even 2019 that this collection came out. But there were 2 that like really stuck in my mind, and one that I was obsessed with. Like I wanted this bag so bad. It's a white baguette, and it has like black, because Joshua Vides' style is like very much like black and white, just like sketches. I don't know if that makes any sense. I feel like he's really cool. I feel like his style is really cool. And at that time, this was obviously years and years ago, I kind of resonated with that. I went on the hunt for it and I was not able to find it anywhere, not pre-loved, not like in the store, just nowhere. It was nowhere, because I think this was a very popular piece back when it came out. So I ended up settling for a different Joshua Vides baguette, which I actually do really like the one that I got. It was a bum bag. Like it was like 2 strap options. You could have it as a bum bag, which I did sometimes. And you could also have it as like a crossbody bag, which I probably did most of the time. But because of that versatility, I thought it was really cool. I loved wearing it with like an all black outfit and just having that as a pop. Sometimes I wore it with black and white. I'm glad that I ended up not getting that bag. But I will say, like, there's a piece of me that kind of thinks about getting that bag. And I have seen it a couple of times now on the pre-love market, just because I want to like satisfy Katie from 4 years ago or 5 years ago, however long ago that was. But it really is not my style anymore. Like I'm much more boring now than I was back then. Like I was really cool back then. I thought I was the bee's knees, guys. And now I say shit like bee's knees. So the next bag is another one that really stands out to me when I think about bags that I used to love. This was like the top of my wish list, definitely a couple of years after the Fendi baguette, the Joshua Vides situation. This is the Dior book tote. I was obsessed with this bag. You guys have no idea. I mean, there was a moment, you guys know, there was a moment that everybody was posting a book tote in different patterns on top of their suitcases in the huge, ginormous version, because at that point, I think they only had the one size. So I wanted the real big daddy one, even though I don't carry anything with me. You guys, when I leave the house, I don't carry shit. Like I'll have my wallet and my keys, and I'm pretty much good with that. But for some reason, I just wanted my wallet and my keys to be jingling, jangling around this humongous book tote. I wanted it so bad. I wanted it in the oblique, and it had to be the navy oblique. And I even sent over to the store to get it for me. But when he saw the price tag, when he saw that price tag, he said,
"Woman, I will not be buying you this. I will not."
And then he ended up coming home with like the little wallet on chain instead. I'm glad that I never bought that, because in my opinion, the Dior book tote is one of the worst handbags that you can buy right now. I think I did mention this in a video. It was like a best and worst of Dior type video. I'll link it right up here. But I just don't think that this bag makes any sense whatsoever. Okay, it's so expensive for absolutely no reason. And there's quality issues with like the glue residue, and it's massive. Like, does anyone actually need a bag that massive? I mean, maybe if you travel a lot, like I could see that. But even then, like, are you putting that under your seat? I doubt it. I really doubt it. I just don't see it, you guys. I don't see it. I don't know why I saw it back then. This is one that I wouldn't buy even to make past Katie happy. Like, I'm sorry, homegirl. Like, you make bad choices. Like, to move on to something a little bit more recent, I did go to Fashion File probably a few months back, maybe in like May or so. I'll link that vlog up here, but I've been to Fashion File a couple of times now. I love going there. I just like take the day off work and just go have the time of my life, okay? I fell in love with the Louis Vuitton capucines in like the most beautiful magenta, purple, fuchsia. I don't really know. I don't know the name of the color, but it was gorgeous. It's the same one that Amelia Rose's closet has. It's stunning, you guys. And I fell in love with it. And I was this. Look at my fingers. Look at them. This close. Let me put it to my hair so you can see the space. This close to buying that bag. I think the Capucines is a gorgeous bag. I do really love it. But I've never, besides that one time that I actually did buy one and then return it immediately, I wasn't like on the market for one. I didn't actually want one. So when I went to Fashion File, I was not prepared to like buy a Capucines. That was just never on my wish list. I slightly regretted not getting it when I left. However, let me tell you why I don't regret it. That color reminded me a lot of Rose Papri. So I think that's why. I don't even know if I'm saying that correctly, by the way, guys. Most likely I'm not. But I did my best. Okay, Rose Papri. But if I was actually to get the Capucines, it would just be me settling. If you guys remember, I did a video where I stole bags from other YouTubers. I'll link that up here. And in that video, I mentioned that I would steal Jessie Styles Birkin 30 and Rose Papri because I think that's the most beautiful color ever. I love it. And I think because I like that bag so much, that's why I wanted the Capucines. And if I was to get the Capucines, I would definitely have been settling. So I'm glad that I ended up not settling for that. Another bag that was at the top of my wish list, you guys. I wanted this bag with the fierceness. It is the Lady D Joy. I was really drawn to the lilac version. Now, let me tell you, I was this close to buying that bag, you guys, and I did not. And I'm so happy that I did not because I ended up getting the Chanel Nano Kelly. It's the Chanel Kelly that everyone's obsessed with, the shopping bag, whatever. But I got it in like the little mini itty bitty, like teeny weeny size. And it was in that lilac color. When I tell you that I did not use that bag one time before I sold it. Yes, I did already sell it. I did not use that bag one time. So in my mind, hear me out. Hear my reasoning. Yes, I did lose money on that, which such a waste because I literally did not use it one time. Dior does not hold its value for shit. Okay, it is the worst brand when it comes to holding its value. So it really doesn't make any sense for you to pay $5,450. God, how much is I think it's like $5,400, right? If I was to buy that and then I was to turn around and sell it, I would have lost like $3,000 immediately. I would have lost like $3,000. I am just really glad that I ended up not buying that. I do like the D-Joy, but it's just not something that I'm looking for anymore. I'm kind of over it. Like, I feel like I waited it out enough and now I'm okay. I'm good. Since we're talking about Dior, we'll talk about another one that I was about to be sucked in. I was about to be lured in, you guys. I know better, and yet I still almost bought it. I'm talking about the Dior saddlebag that recently came out in the newspaper print. I'll link the bags I sold and why, both parts. If they fit here, anything that doesn't fit in the cards will be in the description box. But I definitely had a saddlebag and I liked it. It's not my favorite bag. It's very trendy. You can only wear it on the shoulder. Now they are coming out with like the ones that come with the crossbody strap. Before, when I bought mine, they did not come with the crossbody strap. But for some reason, like that crossbody strap just doesn't work on the saddlebag, in my opinion. I think it looks weird and I just would never have used it like that anyway. But for me, the saddle is just very trendy. And again, I think that worked with my style back then. I was definitely a lot more experimental when it came to my bags. And I was like a lot cooler when it came to my bags before. And again, like I said, now I'm a very boring bitch. I recognize that. And I know it isn't my style. And yet this newspaper print one came out. And I almost bought it. Like, to be fair, I did think it was a really gorgeous bag. And I still do really think it's a really beautiful bag. And because I live in New York, I just think,
oh, like that makes perfect sense. I should definitely own that.
But no, it's cool. And I can think it's cool from here and not buy it. Like, I don't know why the dots, they don't connect in my head sometimes. So I'm really glad that I didn't buy that, because I feel like that would have stuck out like a sore thumb in my collection. My number 6 bag is one that haunted me for so long. And again, if you guys follow me on Instagram, you've probably seen this a million times on my story. I'm talking about this Chanel printed fabric rainbow bag. Chanel's names just are all over the map, but it's this bag I'm talking about, okay? I loved this bag. I still love this bag. I think it is so cool, so fun and colorful. I don't know what it is, because usually these like fabric seasonal bags, they do nothing for me, but this one did everything for me. Like, you guys know the one that came out like years and years ago that has like the bubble print and it's all rainbow. I'll also put a picture of that one here. I hate the way that bag looks. I absolutely hate it. So it doesn't make any sense for me to like the one that recently came out. I think it was it 24C? I was obsessed with it to the point that I went to the Chanel boutique, and I don't have an essay, by the way. I do not have an essay, but I went to the boutique and I said,
one of you people needs to get me this bag.
They were just like, listen, you're kind of SOL. Like, I cannot help you. And I kind of just didn't try after that. She didn't enter the collection. I'm glad that she didn't, though. I just feel like it would have stuck out like a sore thumb, very much like the Dior saddlebag. Like, it wouldn't have been very cohesive with the rest of my collection, but I do really love it. I also think it was extremely expensive. There's no reason that a fabric bag should have been that pricey, except for the fact that it says Chanel on it. Okay, that's all I'm saying about that. Another Chanel bag, and this one is definitely more of a broad situation. I was really into collecting like all the styles of Chanel that I love. The one that I wanted was a reissue, and I didn't have one, and I was really more into the mini reissue, so that was like the next on my list. I think I really wanted like maybe a So Black or like chevron, something like that, but I wasn't, you know, like hyper focused on one specific version of the mini reissue. And I'm really glad that I ended up not getting that mini reissue ever. I very shortly after getting that lavender or lilac little tiny Kelly bag from Chanel sold a lot of Chanel bags. So it just wouldn't have made sense for me to buy the reissue and then immediately turn around and sell it. Just like it didn't make sense for me to actually do that with the little Kelly bag. That really didn't make any sense, but we're just gonna go ahead and we're just gonna put that to the side. I would have gotten the bag, I would have looked at it, I would say,
wow, how cute.
And then I would have boxed it right back up, lost a lot of money, because reissues also really do not hold their value whatsoever, like at all. It's like on Dior status, because most people, if they're gonna go for a bag of that shape, they're gonna go for like a mini flap with the CC logo on it. And the last bag that I am very glad, very, oh so very glad that I did not buy is a Kelly 28 in Epsom leather in the color Rouge Granat. I don't know about you guys, but I am feeling this whole like burgundy trend. Like, I feel like it is being shoved down my throat. Like, every time I go on Instagram, the only thing I see is burgundy. I love burgundy. I think burgundy is great and it's a beautiful color, and I totally understand it. I'm on board. Like, I hope you guys wear burgundy to the damn ground. It's great. It's a good color. But I was feeling a lot of pressure, and I don't know if you guys are like me and you were also feeling said pressure, but I was feeling a lot of pressure. Obviously, the first color you think of, I think, when you think of a burgundy from Hermes, is Rouge H. In my opinion, that is like top tier burgundy color. After that, you start thinking of the other ones like Rouge Cellier, or you think about Bordeaux, Rouge Granat. So I looked high and low. I searched the damn internet for a Rouge H bag, could not find one. So what did I stumble upon? A Kelly 28 in Rouge Granat. And I said,
oh, maybe I should just get this one.
Again, settling. I don't dislike the color Rouge Grenat. I don't think there is anything wrong with that color whatsoever. Please do not. I think it's beautiful. However, if I was going to have a burgundy bag, I think I would want it to be in Rouge H or Bordeaux or even Rouge Cellier. I would say Rouge Grenat is definitely like the bottom of the line of the of the burgundies, in my opinion. I just think the deeper tones of burgundy I like better. And so Rouge Grenat is definitely very red toned. Like it almost just looks like a red, in my opinion. I was like actually prepared to buy this Kelly 28. It was from Luxe du Jour. They might actually still have it. If they do, I will link it in the description box. It's a gorgeous bag, you guys. Gorgeous. But it's just not my bag. So guys, those are the 8 bags that I am glad that I did not buy. I hope you did not get offended by anything I said, because I swear it wasn't personal and it wasn't an attack on the bag. I think these are all gorgeous bags. I think they're all great. And if you have them, please wear them and love them. But they just weren't for me. But also keep in mind, I'm boring. So if they weren't for me, then like maybe that's good. But definitely let me know what you thought about my 8 picks. Let me know in the comments, are there any bags that you guys are really glad that you didn't buy? Let me know your thoughts about that. But that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you did like it. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. I post every single day over there. And that's all I have to say. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. So